Shibbity-dooby-doo-dooby-doo-doo-doo. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Thanks, Jay, for the singity sub. Bye-bye. Much love, homie. V will be here soon. He's currently stuck in El Tráfico del Toro. Jay! Put him down, you horrible bastard. I've not turned the sound off yet. I'll play it for you, Jay. I'm gonna squeeze your bum cheeks. Right, now we've remembered, I'm going to turn the sound files off because there's nothing worse than being in an integral moment in a video, in a fucking roleplay scenario when fucking crab dance pops off in my ears and I have to pretend to ignore it. Oh, Christ. Right. Get them dice and riggedy roll them, boys. No one's exempt. You were all here last time.
17.
21.
21 on a D20.
16.
Bard is muted.
He's not, though, because the box is going green.
Strange.
He's lighting up, but no sound's coming.
Testing. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
we got you, mate. We got you.
Yeah, it was Discord decided to reset itself. 15.
15.
Oh, no.
And Vol.
Unlucky.
15.
Rollies,
Roll off.
Bard and Vol. Rollies.
19.
That one.
Ah. Speaking of one, one's quite an appropriate number for Bard at the minute.
Yeah.
Right, on you go, son.
I'm going to try and remember this as best I can.
Yeah, no worries.
I do remember we came in and the party was just awakening in the corner trust to the sounds of a deck shuffling. We drew from the deck. Several benefits were given to certain party members.
That was about halfway through the episode, mate.
It was halfway through the episode.
That was day 2.
But we did, whilst we were at the corner trust, Dave had gone off to talk to Ulysses and just asked him what his plan was, and Ulysses revealed that he wanted the duel to resurrect his master, the Vermilion Immortal, which will take place on the island of Martin. I think that was the most of what was said there that was important.
The gist, without going word for word, yeah.
Yeah. So he returned to the party at the Corn Trust where we discussed what we're going to do. Tielen appeared. Darius appeared. We all had a little chat. We suddenly realised we're being spotted on. The deck drew one last time in which the deck completed and Brant fought the Grim Reaper, and I like to think he won because the Grim Reaper left and he was still alive.
In essence, yeah. The Avatar of Death. Yeah, the Avatar of Death turned up to kill Brant. And kill Brant it did. But on a technicality, with a very well-timed use of a Death Ward spell, upon dying and the Avatar of Death leaving, thinking its mission was complete, Brant reawoken with 1 HP and is now in a paradox in that his maximum HP is 0 and he has 1 HP. So after a quick second casting of Death Ward, so if you lose that 1 HP by stubbing your toe, you will wake up again after dying again with 1 HP again, and the cycle continues until you can get the HP back. Yeah, so everyone was gathered in the trust. Wes got a couple of drew the last card. It was
I drew that.
well the last couple really. Yeah, L'Oreal drew a card and had an ominous voice in her head say, "I'm coming," whatever that means.
Bloody pinhead.
And and then Wes dove in, scooped the last card, which then made him
Actually,
draw
no.
again and again.
No, all that happened before because I had the absolute last card.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
that a bit wrong, mate.
All that
Oh,
happened
was
before.
it?
Brad.
Well, yeah. All the cards are gone now. That's it. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the
No
cards.
more.
Yeah, Wes got involved. Yeah, then Brant. Oh yeah, because Brant was like, "Oh, there's only 2 left. Should we get involved?" Yeah, that was it. And then Brant got an avatar of death, and L'Oreal got an ominous message. So, good times.
After what happened to you, Brant, I kind of wish I'd have drawn that one because I think I'd have had a better chance because you kept fucking missing everything except for you.
My fucking magical sword did more damage than I did.
Yeah, because you kept missing.
I mean, a 6th level spiritual weapon is a very high cast. So yeah, there's a lot of high level spells spunked from Brant at the start of in the morning. So
Yeah.
Fine, I'm sure I won't need them.
conversations went on. A plan was starting to be formed. Discussions on what needs to be done next was being planned with the group of all of your allies. And then a knock, knock, knock on the door. A comment about us owing taxes was made by Kitty. And then the doors were flung open. And in stepped Ulysses, flanked by 6 of his boys. Hoods up. Arms out. Well, good morning all. What a party it is we're having. It's collection day. And that's where we rejoin the session. Looking around the room, you've got Boren's crew in the corner. Tielen sitting in a booth by himself with a oversized cup. We've got the Ruby sitting on the table. Most of the party sat around the other table, with Kitty and Raze stood behind the bar. Wes sitting there with a ridiculously heavy bag full of jewellery. And what are your passive perceptions?
Massive 23.
15.
19.
19.
16.
I'll say everyone sat around kind of paying attention to what was going on and the fact that Where's Iguan had drawn a few cards. You all saw a small 4-inch golden silvery needle appear with ink at the bottom of it and float and rest itself in Wes's hand. But there stands Ulysses at the door, rubbing his hands together. I haven't caught you at an inopportune time, have I? After all, I wasn't invited to the party. Interesting. So I'll just take the ruby and leave you to your meeting then. And he starts to walk towards the middle of the room. The guards walk with him.
Dave's going to get up from his chair and go and stand in between Ulysses and the table.
Did somebody cast Detect Magic?
Yeah, me.
L'Oreal. Yeah, because you saw the orb floating above the middle table, didn't you? It lasts 10 minutes, doesn't it? Or is it half an hour?
10
Double
minutes.
check for me.
I believe it's 10 minutes. I
think the 30 I'm thinking of is 30 feet, not 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 10 minutes.
30 feet, 10 minutes.
Yeah. So you can basically see everything in the trust.
Correct.
Obviously, everyone's got magical items. There's magical properties about everybody. You can see now, of the 7 figures that have walked in, the front one, Ulysses, is essentially head to toe a
Glow
glow.
like a motherfucker. Yeah.
5 of the guards are head to toe glow, and one of them is has a glow under the hood at the head region, and other little bits and bobs of glow about the person.
I wonder what's happening there then.
I wonder. Having heard the stories, I'm now wondering who's who here. Knowing he has shapeshifters among him.
So Ulysses steps up to Dave, offers his hand out for a handshake. Morning, Dave here. You recovered from your night's rest?
I reach out to shake his hand.
Yeah, shakes your hand. So about our deal. I gave you your day's grace.
You did.
A smile creeps across his face. And so? He kind of leans to look at the ruby on the table.
And so. Yeah, we haven't made an official decision yet, I don't think.
Our official decision in regards to whether you were going to invite me to the party. And all the guards chuckle in unison.
Amongst other things, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm
Really
here
much
now,
of a party.
so are we going to continue the party?
It's just
A gathering of
it's
allies.
not really a party.
Well, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Is anyone going to offer me a drink? Kitty
You,
steps
walk
forward
up to the
and
bar.
pops a bar on the bottle on the table, and then steps back behind Ray's. One of the guards waves the fingers a bit, and the bottle floats over to Ulysses, and he grabs it, unscrews the lid, has a little chug, and looks around the room again. Oh, I've not seen you and yours for a while, Baron. You've been keeping to yourselves in an interestingly hidden abode. Aye, we have, says Boren, his grip tightening around his hammer. So, we can draw this out if you'd like, or I could take the ruby and leave, go about my day. You say you've not made a decision.
I will speak up and honestly, Dave, is there really any point in fighting right now? There is no one. All that's going to happen is people are going to get hurt or killed, which we can avoid all of that right now. If anything is to happen, it could be another time.
One of the guards, L'Oreal, the guard that's not head to toe glowing, you hear them chuckle, and then the rest of the guards chuckle in unison.
I thought so as well.
Well, at least there's somebody being logical, I suppose. Are you okay there, Brant? You look a little worse for wear, chap.
Brant is sitting at the table, head down, and he just says, just give him the gem.
Two voices of logic. Anyone else? Oh, Master T. Ellen. Fancy seeing you here this morning. Have you not got work to be doing? Yes, I just wanted to come and check in and bring some of your beacons. Interesting. Planning a journey somewhere? Silence. Okay.
I've got a tuning fork in my pocket.
Oh, interesting. Where would that be for?
I'll look at Dave as wondering what he's on about before it twigs, and I'm like,
Extraplanar holidays. Quite often fun. And all the guards chuckle in unison.
There's not much to do around here anymore.
That's true. That is true. It's an unfortunate happenstance, I suppose. But as we discussed, Dave, things can change. As long as wise decisions are made. He pats you on the shoulder.
So, who's going to be in this council that you're going to form then?
Well, it could be whoever. We could even leave it up to the governors themselves. Darius, it's a pleasure. Kind of tips his hat. Darius stands firm and folds his arms. Ulysses.
Who else is left?
Well, councils can be formed by anybody. Choice doesn't have to be mine. Choice doesn't have to be the governor's. You could be a councillor if you'd like, Dave.
I think the people should have a say. After all,
Yes, the people, of course. Leave it up to the people. People love politics, votes, and the like. Takes another swig from his bottle. So, are we going to stand around delaying the inevitable for much longer?
there's no point, is there? Let's let him have the gem, dude.
Dave will take a step aside.
Thank you, Dave. Ulysses walks up to the table, picks up the gem. A lot of trouble for something that is ultimately so small.
It's always the men that say that.
He puts it in his bag. Well, we'll get out of your hair. I wish you well and good luck in your future endeavours, I suppose. No doubt everything will return to normal and you can get back to adventuring.
Which of these guys is speaking at the moment? Is it the
Ulysses, the one at the front. Ulysses.
I was just going to say I'll turn to the one who's not glowing as much, and I'll just One thing though, Ulysses, you didn't need the deception. At least meet us as yourself as before you go.
Takes his hood off. They drop their visage, and before you they are stood bald, pointy-eared, glass white eyes with just a black pupil. And they all in unison take a bow. Ulysses holds his hand out, and I can't believe it's not Ulysses. Hands him the bag, puts it over his shoulder. Well, adjusts his cap a little bit. We'll be on our way. And they all turn for the door. Start walking out. Doors close behind them.
I'll just
You hear
head in my hands. It's just
you hear a quiet round of applause coming from outside. Which sounds within the nearby. Sounds like it gets a little bit louder in places. And you get the vibe that there's quite a lot of people outside clapping in the nearby. Even if you try and kind of have a look out the window. All of the guards are basically clapping. All of the sets of guards up and down the thoroughfare as they walk away from the tavern. Everyone's applauding.
Seeing that annoys me quite a bit, knowing that there was nothing else I probably could have done. I'll just walk over and kick over one of the chairs.
I don't know what you're upset about. It's your idea to give him the bloody thing.
What could we have done?
Anything other than that? Literally anything.
Whoops. Whoops.
Everything's real quiet. What I miss?
Oh, the
Am I dead?
So-
Well, we're not dead.
Yet.
we may have slightly kind of given Ulysses a gem.
I mean, fair enough. That's kind of always the plan.
Brian's just going to look up and say, no matter what happened here, he was going to walk out with it. At least this way we can at least find somewhere to go, somewhere safe, and
Make
at least see tomorrow.
at least this way everyone's alive. To make up, at least think of some kind of a plan,
Sorry,
and we may have
on this
bought
one
ourselves some
before
time.
we go on, just so I'm up to speed. Oh, is everybody now off the watch list thing? At least.
We don't know.
So Ulysses was in the tavern. Dave stepped up in between him. Ulysses offered a handshake, kept it civil. Everyone kind of remained relatively silent in a means of not really saying anything, delaying the inevitable. And then ultimately Dave stepped aside and Ulysses took the gem.
No one offer him a drink or anything.
He
Yeah,
did
you
have
did.
he did say, "Does anyone got to offer me a drink?" And Kitty put a bottle on the table.
That's very nice. I'm a very good girl.
L'Oreal did notice, which she revealed in the end, that Ulysses and his 5 guards, or his 6 guards, it was all illusion. The Ulysses was one of the guards, and one of the guards was Ulysses. If that makes sense.
Oh, we could have really fucked that up. Oh. Good job for not dying, guys. I appreciate you.
What you mean is good job for not getting you killed.
Well, that as well. Ulysses is not a good girl. He would never do such a thing.
As they all left and shut the doors behind them, you could hear growing applause as all of the guards in the locale started applauding as they left. And here we are.
Bunch of
now.
fucking cooks. Oh, thanks for enslaving us. Okay.
There must have been another way.
One thing I did notice, though, with my spell still being active, Ulysses did not seem anywhere near as powerfully magical as the rest of his guards. He did have, his hat was glowing a lot, but there was a couple of trinkets, that's it. The rest of his guards were glowing.
Give me an Arcana check, L'Oreal, while you're saying that.
Oh, not 20 for 22.
As you're saying the words, you realize, and then what actually happened, you realize that now the magic that they were presenting was essentially the magically innate disguise. So yeah, it's not necessarily that like they were like powerful as fuck compared to Ulysses. It was more just like they were all magically disguised. So,
All right. I wasn't sure whether them being were they the shapeshifters, or because I wasn't sure if that would actually work as a detect magic with it being their innate ability, not a magical spell.
It's an innate ability, but it still kind of uses an element of magic, and they are naturally magical beings. As I said, they are all fae. I mean, anyone, if you want to roll a nature check, survival maybe. Brant, L'Oreal, I mean, it's not a difficult role. The things that have been going on and stuff, and the discussions of fae beings, and the fact that the subterfuge has been kind of discussed. They are changelings. They are fae creatures. Humanoid fae creatures that ultimately have this innate ability to change their appearance. Fucking changelings.
So what do we do now then?
Talk to people. Running in. Think of whatever we can in the meantime. Right now, we do nothing. What can we do?
Darius, how many men do you have at your command? Or you think you can muster?
A fair many. It depends. In the short term, if I called in a couple of favours, I could probably muster around 50 men. Longer term, probably more, but depends if how much time is of the essence and what the actual plan is. Men is one thing, but getting them places is obviously the difficulty. Alan kind of shuffles forward in his seat. Well, I don't know what you're planning, but if you've got a little more time now, we can get more beacons and make preparations with those.
Might be a good idea. Either way, the plan really hasn't changed that much, I don't think. We still need to get to the island of Martin and stop the ritual. We just may have bought ourselves a bit more time to do it.
Before we do anything else, what is this thing that's in my hand?
Good
Well,
question.
Got, it's like a needle and it's got like ink inside, I think.
Where did you get that from?
Is it
Mhm.
a pen?
Could be, I don't know. Just
World's first pen.
here.
Is it got Bic written on side?
T. hops off his desk and shuffles over. May I?
Hand it over.
Where did it first? When did you pick that up? I mean, I've not.
I don't know. I've just noticed it now. I honestly don't know. It might have been. It was before. I think it was before Ulysses walked in, but after the cards.
So
I
you might have
think.
got it with your card draw. I thought that was just jewelry.
Yeah, I did pull 2, so.
T. eyes go wide.
So,
Oh, my! This is a very powerful artifact here, Wes. He kind of floats it back over to you. You can probably make good use of that.
what does it do? Yeah.
It's a needle filled with magical elemental inks. I think the use is to tattoo yourself. And I think it has uses in enhancing your combative abilities using the elements.
Man's got an eBay tattoo kit.
Maybe we should speak to the guy at the magic shop because he dealt with magical tattoos.
Yeah.
He may know more.
Yeah. Should we head there now, or have we got
Well,
things to do?
it's something we should look at if this is what it can do. I mean, the quicker we get that done, the quicker we can get back here and start making a plan.
Right. You go there then?
Well, I'm going to go back to the guild house, so contact me if you need anything else. I'll start preparing beacons, but it'll take some time. Good luck. He claps his hands and disappears.
Alright, I'll head out of the trust and start heading to the magic shop then.
Yeah, you make your way down the road. As you walk around, comparative to the rapturous applause that you could hear outside before, you look around and there's significantly less guards around than normal, or than has been of late. It's morning. You see, like, civilians starting to go about their business. But it's quite obviously less, you know. You get to the magic store. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh. Karamat stands up, rubs his eyes, straightens his glasses. Oh,
Hi,
morning. Hello, where's... how can I help?
So, can you see what this thing does? Because I'm not quite sure. And then I'll hand him, or like put the needle on the table.
Yes. It'll take me, a little bit of time to identify it. Trying to conserve my magic, so I'll have to do it ritually. But yeah, take a seat, have a look around.
Okay.
So he spends about 11 minutes ritually identifying it. Oh. Wow. Where did you come upon such an artifact?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where it came from.
Well,
It just appeared in my hand, and I got told by TM that it was alright. That was a decent thing, and it would help me.
well, of course. If it appeared in your hand, then yours it shall remain, of course. I'd recommend you you attune to it as soon as possible. You to attune to it, you will need to essentially tattoo yourself. You'll have to hold it near to your skin where you want the tattoo to be, and rapidly press it into your skin. And then once the tattoo is formed, the needle should sink into the ink. And you will find yourself more attuned to the wild elements in your combative abilities. It's hard to explain. It'd be easier for you to perhaps try it.
Okay. Thanks.
But yeah, certainly get it attuned as soon as possible, and you're welcome to sit here for an hour if you'd like to do it here. Otherwise, it's up to you.
I think I'll just go back and attune to it there because we do have some things to do.
Fair enough. Yes, by all means, keep it safe, and yes, good luck.
Thanks, though.
No problem. Tell Brant I've been putting a bit of extra shift in, and his rings should be done in 3 days. Managed to shave quite a lot of time off the what it should have been. 3 more days is about the quickest I can get it done.
Is what will be done?
His rings.
It's,
He'll know what you mean. Just tell him his rings will be done in 3 days.
okay.
Yes, best
Thanks
of
for
luck.
sorting this out, though.
Oh no problem.
Bye.
See you later. Good luck. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Door shuts behind you.
Yep, start heading back then.
Easy enough. You head back up the road, back into the trust.
Mm-hmm. So, turns out this tattoo thing is some sort of elemental thing, and I got told by Garamat that I should just try it out and see how it works. I just have to put the ink on my skin and tattoo myself essentially for an hour, and I should get some extra elemental things. Pretty much all he said.
Do you know how to draw?
I don't think you do, though. So
Oh, I'm
if you're,
very good. You'll
you're
see the
fine as
sign
well.
outside.
Oh yeah, and Garamat said, Brant, that your rings will be done in 3 days.
Brant's gonna just nod, and then his head goes back down.
Don't nod too quickly. Don't want whiplash.
Head falls off.
At my neck. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyone got a spare death ward? Granddad Brand.
I don't think I have yet. You better fucking hope to God you don't run out of spells, lad.
It's
Oh
fine,
yeah,
I think I'm
L'Oreal
too late.
as well. You're a
So-
smart one, aren't you?
Well, I like to try and think so, but why? What's up?
I noticed that there was a bit less guards out there. Don't know if it's relevant or not, but
Perhaps we're not deemed as a threat anymore. Then he's. Perhaps the
Or
people.
they're getting ready to leave.
yeah, he could be taking some guards with him.
I'm gonna do another detect magic just to see if he's still watching. If anyone's still watching.
Yeah, you throw up another detect magic. Have a look around. Go into all the rooms upstairs. Check throughout the trust. No orbs, if that's specifically what you're looking for. No
Yeah.
necessarily unusual magical things.
Yeah, looks like we're not even important enough to watch anymore. But
Good.
that might give us the chance to do the same back. We may need to have a look in his office, see what he's planning next. Do you think you'll be able to do that, Brant, or do you feel up to it?
Yeah, I can see if I can scry. If you're
Only-
sure of
only-
the office.
Only if you feel up to it, though. I wouldn't want to waste your power knowing how
It's
unfit you
fine.
are.
It will do quite nicely. Yeah, I can do it. The thing is he in his office with the gem at the moment, do you think? Or
Well, seems the logical place for him to go back. But if you... I mean, you could try on him himself, but would he know about it if you did?
I've got a feeling it's going to end up like that Jurassic Park moment where the computer just goes, what's the password?
I can give it a try if you want. We'll see what he's doing.
Well, if you tried to scry on him directly, would he know about it?
Possibly yes, if he's aware we're trying to do it.
Well, there's
choose to resist it.
nobody watching at the moment. There's no orbs around here. I've been around, had a thorough check. So I'm not sure how he would be aware. I mean,
Well, I can give it a try. Out of basically, if he knows me, there's a chance he might detect it. The question is, if he does detect us, what do you think he might do?
But at this point, we are no more used to him. We are just another one of the herd. do not think he would hesitate to just snap his fingers and put us into jail. I think right now he's giving us some sort of respite.
Yeah.
It's a very big word. I'm proud of myself.
Oren steps forward. So you say that you know his plan, Dave. He told you his plan.
Yeah, he's going to the island and he's gonna resurrect this immortal guy.
So that's the next step then. We don't really need to risk a scry. I suppose the only thing we could find out is a when. But it's not going to be an if. We know he's going to go to Martin. So
We go there and set an ambush. If we have to wait weeks, months, we do so.
Stupid idea.
Do you have a better one?
Why do we go and wait? Why do we just wait? Why didn't you do anything when he was here? Why are we doing all this now?
What could we have done?
Anything.
Well, that's not an answer.
Just fucking ran away with a gem or
And look where
gone
they've got
somewhere,
us. We've
destroyed it. I don't know. Sent it to the fucking shadow plane. I don't fucking know. Anything.
How about we let Dave deal with this on his own, see how he likes it?
Kitty, in the midst of everything, is going to walk over to Dave, lay a soft paw on his shoulder, and put down a little bottle of something, whatever was there next to him, and just go, "You're a very angry man, I know, and you want everything done immediately. But remember that we tried to run already. We tried to hide. We've even tried to destroy. There was nothing more we could do."
I think she's right, pal. I don't think it's about what we could have done in that moment. Given he was stood there with his closest guards, I think at that point, if you'd tried to run away, he wouldn't have allowed it. I think staying alive in that moment was the most important thing. Stopping him, preventing him, or whatever's next is what we need to do.
Basically, we need an army.
I mean, I'm not sure how many men Jelen can transport. But one thing, as you said, Boran, the scribe may give us is a timeline that could give Darius time to. He said he could muster 50 men in a few days. Whether we could get all of those to the islands.
I think more than anything, we need to prepare ourselves.
Yes.
We remember now.
And it would give us a chance to anyone that was coming along, prepare them.
Well, exactly. If we can get the threats out of the way, or maybe make a path, or even then, if it is maybe only us who can get there with a handful of others, we at least have to try and stop whatever it will do and make sure others can get there and finish the job.
Well, we both know that the person here who has the tools to finish the job that has been done in the past is sat there, and I'll just nod to Brant. But you're not in a fit state, which is why we didn't really want to do anything now. At least in a few days you may have recovered in some way and be fighting fit.
Start walking.
We'll all be better prepared, better equipped, better ready to deal or fight when necessary. Today was not that day.
I'm going to start walking upstairs and I'm going to shout down. I'm going to go attune to this tattoo thingy. I'll be back in an hour. If I miss anything, tell me.
Practice on a piece of paper first. You don't want something ugly on your skin.
Nah, I'll be alright, Kitty.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
I say it back.
Dave is going to leave the corner trust.
Okay.
Start making way for the church.
I too was going to go to church.
Just leave as well, just 5 feet behind Dave.
Yeah, so like awkwardly walking.
I'll gesture to L'Oreal and point at Brand to go, maybe he need a bodyguard.
Well,
It's alright, I'll take him, I'll sort him, whatever he needs.
Okay, you call if you need us, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, love you.
yeah,
Say it back.
no.
He's very grumpy today.
So over the next hour, Wesley, you attune to the inky needle. What form does the tattoo take?
is that the name you gave it? The Inky Needle. You couldn't think of anything better.
It's what it is.
What
Wait,
else kind
what?
of name does it?
The inky needle of Tyrnarnog. It's just an inky needle.
I'm just gonna call it the eBay scratcher kit. But...
The eBay scratcher kit.
I'm gonna do a smiley face.
A smiley face.
A
Took
smiley
you an hour to do
face.
that.
So,
Put a smiley face on the back of his head.
Gonna
Fucking
draw
hell.
a smiley face on my face.
Yeah, with it, you realize quite quickly that you do your smiley face, and as you start tuning, you feel the magic start to come through. You realize that you've done your smiley face, and you're quite proud of that, but there's still a lot of ink left. And after sitting there for about a minute, you start to think, maybe I need to be tattooing for an hour rather than just drawing a smiley face and waiting.
There is now a multitude of smiley faces. Of Wes.
Now Wes's entire
Yeah.
body
Smiley faces all over
is
his arm.
covered in smiley faces.
And his left arm is frowny faces.
Yeah. I'd like a clock with a lion face and a rose. Because
I really like Ryan Reynolds. Could I have for extra messy?
So you just got to tattoo loads of smiley faces over you.
I'll do loads of different faces. So Yeah.
No, it's going to be scary seeing Wes naked. So all over Wes's torso and arms, he covers himself in various emojis.
Yeah, emoji man.
Crying emoji. He's the emoji man. And as the hour finishes and you finish the last circle eye on your last emoji, the needle sinks into the ink.
I genuinely thought you were going to say skin then, and that is just
You kind of flex your arms a little bit and ooh, you definitely feel attuned.
mhm. Go back downstairs.
Meanwhile, while Wes has been in his room attuning, Kitty and L'Oreal.
So what would you like to do today then, Kitty, while the rest of the way? I mean,
I need to wait for somebody to come in and apply for the job.
well, we could at least open for business. Put the
Oh, I
sign
left the door open.
out. Did you put the sign out?
What sign?
The open for business sign?
Oh, that's the help sign. I didn't know we had an open for business sign.
I mean, probably one in the back there. I mean,
I thought the door, is the door open? Oh, okay, I have a look.
Darius steps forward. I shall start gathering men. We'll be in communication and well, try and let us know as soon as possible what the plan will be and where you're headed.
I think
We'll go from there.
I think the plan is going to be that we muster as quickly as possible and possibly teleport to the islands if Talon is able to do that.
Okay. Well, I have wizards my end, so as long as we have a destination, we should be able to figure something out. You say you're going to the islands of Martin. They're very unexplored, aren't they? Have you got any I don't know, anything from the island?
Well,
No, Brand kept a journal, but that all went loose off. The other thing that we have is our brain, really.
we also have in the bag the pauldrons from Jesus Christ, mental block.
Galariel,
Galariel
Charon.
and Jerome. We found them on
Well,
the island.
That could help, I suppose. Anything, basically anything that has a close tie to the island itself could be used to aid the wizard in trying to get there. You know, the more familiarity you can bring to the spell, the more likely of success it will be. You know, if you say you want to go to a specific place.
Gems. I mean, these gems, these were part of the dragon's hoard from in the volcano on the island. So they've been there for I don't know how long. So whether they'll have a tie,
Could possibly help.
know.
Could possibly help. Remind me, out of character. Did someone take a part of one of the dragons? Didn't someone take a dragon's tooth?
Yeah, I did. I wanted a dragon fang.
Yeah, so that might help as well.
Add that to my list of stuff.
Yeah, that might help as well. But yeah, so the more familiarity you can bring to the spell, the more likely it is to succeed. So, we'll be in communication and we'll get this sorted. Well, good luck, and I will see you soon enough. Oh, no, not at all. Worldly issues, if it's going to affect my continent and anyone else, we've got to help. Well, good luck.
Just all the continents joined together may need a new leader after this.
Possibly.
Oh, I like that. You're very nice.
I can't think of anyone better suited for the job.
Well, it's a discussion for another time.
Let's survive this one first.
Of course. One step at a time. Well, thank you, ladies. Good luck.
Is there anything you would need us to prepare other than that?
Strength. A plan. We can't rush into this. An expectation that things could and probably will go wrong. I mean, you seem to have knowledge of the island now that's invaluable.
Get to work.
Any journals you create, I'd suggest perhaps creating a copy so that the knowledge can start to be distributed. I'm sure the library would bite your hand off for the first-hand accounts. But yes, time is of the essence. Onward. His guards form up around him, and they make their way out. Boren's lot get up and leave in dribs and drabs. He nods to them all, and as they go, they've been having quiet conversations in the corner.
I'll just hug each of them as they go and thank them and apologise to them as well for what's about to come.
Oh, don't worry, lass. I might go join the chaps at the church. See if Avia's got anything to say. Maybe I can help Brant while we're there.
We could certainly use any god's help with this.
Aye.
Hope they listen.
Well, they're always listening, L'Oreal. It's just whether they get the chance to help. Well, he pats his hand on the table. On to the next chapter, I suppose. Let's go.
Is what's her name? The invisible one.
Arain.
Rain.
Arain. Is Arain there?
You've seen a silhouette amongst your detect magics.
Remembering what I do, I will pull her to one side and give her Xavier's letter.
You see the shimmering silhouette seem a bit strange that you've walked directly to her, but then realises you've probably cast the detect magic, so she drops her invisibility briefly. And what's this?
Having recently remembered everything that happened on the island, I think you should have this. This was Xavier's last letter.
Last letter?
He sacrificed himself to save us. And only
As
just
she
remembering
wells up.
Yeah. It's hard.
Tears start dribbling down her cheeks.
And I'll
She
just
just
pull her
takes
into
it
the
and
biggest hug.
she
I'm
gives
so
you a
sorry.
hug back. She wipes her nose a little bit and tries to dry her eyes. Thank you.
Do you want to know what happened? Or
I'll come back.
all I will say is that it was the most heroic thing I've ever seen.
Okay. And she goes invisible. And the door opens a few seconds later.
See, I need a drink.
It is just going to gently add. Very brave of you. Very nice. Very good.
She deserved to know.
Ah, yes. And she is going to pour 2 drinks, pass one to L'Oreal, and hold it up to her. It's Xavier. I do not know him, but he sounds good.
He was one of the best.
Oh,
I
that's
miss
shame.
him.
I sure he very good friend.
No doubt he would have had something to say about what's going on at the moment, but if anything, that's probably one good thing about this, that he's not going to be stuck in this.
Well, we already have our Dave. He is very vocal.
Yeah. I can understand his frustrations.
Oh, yes, it's very frustrating. I would rather just retire and live here with everybody and have nice, happy times.
Well, I can understand that. This is my trade. I just took up adventuring to help to try and find my brother.
Yes.
Now, yeah, I could
Now it
easily
looks like
harm
we're
it again.
probably going to die. But at least we do it in good way.
Which reminds me, I should probably contact my brother and let him know what's happening.
Okay, I'll be here. And I'm going to go back to rummaging for a open sign.
Meanwhile, shibibaboo, shibibaboo. Sorry, mate. Did you say you were?
Well, I was just gonna say I was just gonna go up to my room and prepare to send a message, but we can do that.
Okay. Well, we'll get your message out of the way, and then we'll go to the churches.
Get the sending stone to Tim. I'm sorry.
Well,
Ulysses has the stone. We are preparing to led to Martin to try to stop him. Any advice would be wonderful. And that is my words.
Okay. So you sit quietly for a few moments. As you pass Wes's room, you swear you hear a very quiet buzzing.
I'm just like, no, is not the time.
Carry on walking to your room. So we head to the churches.
I was going to make a stop on the way.
Yeah. So Dave and Brant leave.
So
Together.
just before we go in, who has the bag right now?
You do.
L'Oreal, I think.
Or, yeah,
Yeah, because
one of you.
One of us does, because we went to the
I
shop.
had it and I threw it to you before. Yeah.
So
No,
it's basically in the.
It's in the
It's in the trust.
It's in the
fair enough,
trust, yeah. Whoever had it, sort of, was it L'Oreal, took the ruby out and put it on the table, so. Yeah, so you, Brant and Dave left the trust.
Walk up to magic shop.
Yeah. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. Good morning.
Morning.
How can I help? Brant. I sent Wes with a message. Yes, I'm putting in the hours. I've managed to cut down the time quite extensively. So it should be, I've got today and then 2 more days. I should have them done.
Oh, thank you very much. We'll need them as soon as possible.
I heard rapturous applause outside earlier and looked out to see Ulysses and some guards walking through the town being applauded. Is he still looking for you?
Not anymore. The business with us is concluded. Very quick question though. Does everyone think that highly of Ulysses? Is that the general opinion of everyone here, or?
I mean, I'm relatively neutral on the fellow. I know he's kept us in business, so I suppose there's elements of positivity there. But of course, what he did to the city and locking everything down, of course, ruined business for some. He clearly has his foibles, but I've not really got involved in whatever he's up to. It's easier to sometimes just keep clear of the issues at hand so as not to get deeply involved. But as far as whether everyone thinks highly of him, it looked like it was mostly the guards clapping. I don't know where their loyalties lie. Of course, some of them are Ulysses' men, some of them are the city guard that was taken over. I don't know how long that's going to last for, but they all seem to be clapping him. But anyway, yes, how can I help?
Dave's going to reach behind his back and pull his glaive and set it on the desk in front of him. Do you want it?
Information about it or a figure in mind?
5,000
gold. I jest.
Yeah, it's not a common item, shall we say?
Oh well, If you can
One-
spare 10 minutes, I can identify it and...
Of course, one might say it's legend. Wait for it. Turns to Brant.
What? Old man Brant's not in on the bants. Ah! I
It's
do
quite a
say,
formidable item.
Brant, you're not looking your best. Is everything okay?
Oh, everything's fine. Absolutely peachy.
Long night, I suppose. I shan't pry. Had a couple of those myself. Well, yes, just feel free to take a moment, and I'll get through this as quickly as possible. He sits for 11 minutes and identifies it. Oh,
I'm going to turn to Dave and... What are you doing?
Feel like it's time for a change of pace.
You think we should just give up and go our separate ways?
Oh no. No. I'm gonna end that pathetic son of a bitch if it's the last thing I ever do.
Good. Because I've been thinking maybe we've been going about this the wrong way. We've been so obsessed over the jewel. Maybe we're not seeing the forest for the trees. Maybe it's not the jewel we should be going after. Maybe it should be his cap. It's pretty obvious now that I think about it. All we have to do is just get that cap away from him, and he's just a regular human. We can finish him off easily. The jewel, yeah, he's looking out for it, but I've been thinking if we put him in a position between he has to choose the cap or the jewel, I'm willing to wager he'll go for the jewel. We take his cap, we destroy him.
I admire your optimism, old man. I admire your optimism, I really do, but it's a little more than a cap. If he manages to get to the island and we get the Vermilion Immortal, I think Ulysses is going to be the least of our worries. I honestly, genuinely think that giving him the jewel as we did was the worst thing we've done. Countless murders, unnamed people who've lost their lives, gold we've pillaged. Doesn't mean a thing. This could be the end. Not just of Ulysses, not just of us, but everything. Everything that everyone has ever worked for. Everything that we've won, everything that we've lost, everything that we've fought for. It's all for naught. He's got that gem, and he's going to bring back the Vermilion Immortal. And we just let him do it.
Well, until the ritual is completed, he hasn't won. If we do what happened before, we stop the ritual, we stop it from ever happening.
Do you know exactly what you have to do with that sword?
Not a clue. All I know
Then
is
how
that
do we
it's...
stop?
Well, the vision showed Martin getting close enough to the Vermilion, enough to hurt him. We're assuming this is going to be the same for Ulysses. We just have to fight our way to him and end it there and then.
You remember seeing the battle in a vision. correct?
Yes.
I also had a vision that I only remembered since last night, early this morning. I was with L'Oreal on the summit, at the altar, and we touched it. We touched the altar, and I had a vision of this battle. The battle was not just between Martin and who we assumed to be the Vermilion Immortal. There were hundreds and hundreds of men, alive and dead, in a war. We don't have hundreds. I don't know how we're going to get close enough for anything to happen.
Well, we've got the thief, we've got L'Oreal. They're both quite stealthy. We could, between you and me, we could probably cause enough of a distraction to allow them to get close enough. And again, one goes for the jewel, one goes for the cap. Either one we get away with.
If
But
we
at
get
the
the
same
jewel,
time,
we end up in the same spot as we were yesterday. We've got it, he wants it. If you get his cap, he's still got the jewel. There's a lot of things that need to be done in a very short space of time. And we don't have time.
what do
He may well have gone already, either to Martin or somewhere else.
well, I could go up to the council, see if I can locate the jewel, if it's up there or not. If it's not up there, then we know he's left. If it's still up there, we know he's still on the island. At least we can know where it is by knowing where it isn't.
I don't think he's going to let that out of his sight anymore. Or off his person, at least.
Oh, he'll always be with it.
How far do you have to be from this thing?
1,000 feet. I think if we're just standing in the courtyard, I think I'll be able to detect both, cover all the buildings.
You could probably do it from the bottom, in all fairness. We wouldn't have to make the climb.
While you're both discussing this, make me a history check.
Oh, another
With
trash
my
roll. 7.
Non-existent dog shit history. Oh, yeah. Less than 7.
Never mind.
We're good with God, but we don't know much about history. There's a lot of things that we need to deal with, as I said. But I'm going to try and commune with Orthus and see whether he's got anything. I'm assuming you're going to do the same with Avia.
Yes, I'm going to talk to the priest, see if I can do something about my condition, put in place such a safety net, should we say, in case we need to return to Calvados in a hurry. and see if maybe I can find out something more about this jewel, or even his cap.
Yeah.
We still need a lot of these. There's a lot of missing puzzle pieces we need. We need more information.
Need to figure out as well how we can wipe out undead masses quickly.
Well,
You did a thing, didn't you?
Yeah, if I can raise up a small force of clerics, they can deal with the undead, no problem. Undead's very rarely an issue for us clerics. Trouble is that there's not many of us around.
Garamat steps
See when we
forward.
get to the.
But you've been able to use its capabilities a number of times.
From memory, twice.
Okay.
Just so you know, there are 2 charges gone. Yeah.
Understand. Well, I can offer you 6,000 gold for it.
I think that's quite a reasonable offer. Have you got anything here that's heavier than that? I don't know whether you deal that much in weaponry. I know you're magically minded and you have the ability to magically enchant said items, but do you stock any others?
What do you mean by heavier?
Something that when I hold it with 2 hands and swing it, it's going to move buildings, walls, crush people.
That might be a little bit ambitious, Dave. I don't really have world-shattering levels of weaponry. I more just have weapons with enchantments to do generally specific things. I mean, this piece is it's a very special piece. Of course, it needs its very specific circumstance. You have to hit them just perfectly for it to work. But the I mean, heavily. I don't know. I have magically.
Don't you dare.
It's probably not what you think it is.
I swear to God, if it is, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit and sell my soul back to fucking my mum to get it.
It's almost definitely not. He
Cock.
comes back through with a. I don't know what it is you're on about.
Holy Avenger.
Oh no, fucking hell, you mad, aren't you? Not from fucking Magic Shop Karamat. The Holy Avenger. Ah! Now you're gonna have to do a bit more than fucking just ask for the Magic Shop for that. When he comes back through and he has a long sword, or a great sword, 2-hander. You can see along the blade there are almost segments, thin line segments carved along the blade. It's a great sword in more ways than one, I suppose. Just take a step back, chaps. And he picks it up and swings it out, and as he does, the segments all split, and it extends 15 feet, and then comes back in. As far as two-handed swords go, this is about all I have. It's extends your reach quite far. And of course, it's magically improved.
How many times has it been magically improved?
3 times.
Okay. Is it imbued with any kind of radiance or the like?
Radiance, unfortunately not. No, that's not something that can generally be enchanted magically. That's it's more the realm of the gods. It's I'll have to re-identify it to confirm. It does have an element with it, yes.
And what is something like this going to do to the amount of gold you're going to give me if I take this as a part exchange?
Well, this will certainly be cheaper than your weapon. I could probably sell you this for about 4,000.
I'll extend my hand and offer him a shake on a deal.
Shakes your hand. Yeah. I've just made that up on the spot, so we will homebrew. We'll homebrew it.
Obvious.
Yeah. I was like, what element is it? I'm like, oh, what should I put on it? I don't fucking know. But it's not going to be radiant because that is the gods. You can't attune radiant. So I mean,
Just
fuck it.
for-
Just let you pick a fucking element, mate. I'm not bothered. Anything
Just for
but
shiggles,
radiance.
I'll just add a +3 greatsword, and we'll deal with that later.
Yeah, plus 3 greatsword with 15-foot reach.
Roll
Basically.
a D6, do the same thing for the ink thing.
So what?
Okay,
Sorry, mate.
If you roll a D6, you can choose it by that with my ink needle
Oh
thing.
yeah, no. Mine isn't going to do anything like what? Oh, actually, yeah, no, I can't know because it's radiant. I'll sort it out later.
Yeah. Well, we'll
sort
sort
it
it out. But yeah, it's a +3 greatsword with 15-foot reach, and it'll do extra damage. We'll discuss the thing later. It'll only matter when you get into a fight, I suppose. We'll crack on. Maybe crack on in the break. So yeah, you shake your hand. He gives you a bag o' change, and the greatsword is yours.
And 2 grand in my pocket. Happy days.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business, Dave. I shall keep this one
Likewise.
safe, of course, and I'll probably have it for a while. So if you change your mind or want to come claim it back, I'll probably have it.
It's been good to me. I hope it's good for whoever takes it next.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
I was concentrating on my identify, of course, but I couldn't help but overhear the discussion you were having. It certainly seems to be a difficult predicament you find yourselves in.
One way to describe it.
Hopefully the gods can offer some assistance, but you are right. When it comes to dealing with the undead, the clerics is the best port of call. Hopefully you can bolster your numbers. I might have a chat with them, see if we can combine efforts. Because if I could start to either learn or take aid in enchanting radiance into weaponry, could open a new market. But we'll see.
I'll make contact with my god, and I'm sure Brant will do the same. And maybe.
Maybe indeed. Hopefully so as well. Well, unless there's anything else, I shall get back to your rings, Brant.
Nothing further from me, sir.
I think we're done here.
Well, good luck. He goes back behind his curtain with a nod. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. Both leave.
To the church.
To the church.
Yeah, again, walking around, you guys notice as well that there's significantly less guards around. Almost like less so than before all of this. There's still some, of course, knocking about, but the numbers have significantly reduced.
How are they dressed? Are they still red robe or black
Oh,
robe? Or...
Yeah, the guards, you still see a black robe, red trim. There's just significantly less. And you don't see any groups of 3, it's just all groups of 2. Pretty much on the top and bottom of the street, you know, like rather than there being numbers of groups dotted all around, it's more just a group patrolling up and down the road, you know, significantly less. And they are literally just patrolling, interacting with the civilians and stuff, rather than just standing ominously observing and looking. They just seem to be getting on with things.
Can we approach or walk in a general direction? I'm guessing we'd pass some between the magic shop and the churches, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll just stop one and just see how he's doing.
Yeah, you could approach a pair of guards stood on the outskirts of the churches, just walking along the road.
How are you guys getting on?
Well, it's fine. He seems a bit taken aback by the question. Well, no one usually asks how we're doing. No, I'm all right. How are you? All going well?
Yeah, we're just making a visit to the church.
Wonderful. Yes.
Is he still around? Is he still charging you guys, Ulysses?
Oh, well, we had orders from the barracks not that long ago that some have been recalled back. Mostly the newer, well, I say newer groups. A lot of Ulysses' own men joined the guard forces, and we all had to put these robes on, you know. So a lot of Ulysses' men have been called back. So it's mostly just the original town's guard. But yeah, I mean, we've just been told to relax on searching for specific people, and he kind of looks up and down.
Yeah, you'll recognize me. Yeah.
There you go. I suppose that's why you've approached.
Not necessarily.
Well, we're not looking for you specifically anymore. I suppose that's a weight off the shoulders.
It doesn't bother me if you're looking for me or not. But
Fair
like,
enough.
have you guys still got all your old armor and stuff? Like, these robes are a bit.
Yeah.
They're a bit shit, honestly.
I mean, I must admit, he kind of looks around. I'm not keen on it, but uniform, I suppose. The old guard insignia uniforms are mostly back at the barracks. So yeah, it's a good point. It's a good question. I'll probably ask. As I say, it's an order that's recently come in this morning, so we were all told to applaud, and then Ulysses walked up the main road, and then the orders were relaxed. So, I mean, it's a bit confusing, really.
I can't help but feel that the whole city would feel a lot better if you guys weren't wearing those robes anymore.
Yeah, I
You
imagine
were
so.
back in your old armor and, patrolling the streets. I mean, who do you report to? Maybe I can go and put in a word.
The captain of the guard is maintained leadership over the town guard. And then there was another captain that was brought in who mostly led Ulysses' guard, but we were ultimately one whole unit, taking orders mostly direct from Ulysses, passed down to the captains, and then
Just out of character as well. Is this the same captain that we're likely to have had
Yeah.
dealings with before? Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the old town guard captain led the
Yeah.
old guard, and there was a new captain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, appreciate your time.
no, certainly. Well, I'm sure your day should improve now. You're not being tracked down, I suppose.
Hounded. Yeah, definitely.
Well,
I just want you to know as well. We never meant for any harm, any kind of ill will. I kind of
tempers
feel
flare, I
more
suppose,
responsible
and
for it.
it's the nature of the job sometimes. Whether they believe themselves guilty or not, people who are being tracked will no doubt do what they can. When self-preservation kicks in, I suppose, quite often it's easier to act than ask questions, but I mean, I harbour no ill will. I'm happy to get paid a regular wage, in this day and age. And hopefully, if things are seeming to be changing, the city can go back to the way it was. But yes, I shan't keep you anymore, patrol and all that. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions you need, and have a good day.
Same to you.
They nod, and then he takes the hood off at that point. The other guy kind of looks at him and shrugs and takes his hood off as well. And we go walking up the road.
To the church then.
Very interesting
Yes.
that there's a second captain.
Was. Yeah, I'm going to assume that this captain is the one who's recalled all the guards, and
There with Fitz's moment, yeah.
They're
All that's left
probably gone.
in the town now are the original town guard.
Yeah, and it seems as if the captain of the guard is probably the one who's running it all now, if he's not here anymore. I mean, this is all speculation, of course. He very well could still be set up in the council building, but we'll see what happens. Let's go and see if we can get some
Divine
sense.
intervention.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you walk and talk, you make your way into the church grounds. A little more overgrown than you're used to seeing. Almost as if people haven't had the time or the will or whatever, or amongst what's been going on, I suppose, to keep it as prim and proper and trimmed as normal. But as an observation, you make your way through up towards, I gather, Avier's church.
Yep.
Yeah, up the main stairs to the front door. The big double doors are open.
I walk through the door and I'm going to turn to Brant and say, "This is where I leave you, brother. I'll see you when we're done."
Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. And I'm going to head over to find the priest of Avia.
And I'm going to go and hide in the corner with all the dingy lot. Just go
straight
cry
away,
in my hands with everyone else.
As you walk in, obviously you'd been doing some work there, so you're a lot more familiar than before. The familiar greeting, hands over the eyes. You go over to talk to them. So, what brings you back to us today, Dafia?
Just need a sign. I need to know whether I'm doing the right thing, whether we're doing the right thing.
Well, as long as you maintain
Or
your
just
duty and maintain
anything
your
really,
faith.
I fear something very bad is going to happen.
Well, would you like to talk about it?
Are any of you familiar with what happened on the islands south of here?
Not particularly, no. You mean the islands of Martin?
Yes.
I mean, most people are aware of their existence, but the knowledge itself of the place and is very limited, unfortunately. No one seems to have explored or brought any concrete research or knowledge back. I know it's a few days' sail, but other than that, I can't really help you.
Well, I'm about to blow your little fucking mind, bitch. I'm gonna just get down on my knees and just completely spew out all the spiel about everything that I can remember. Tell them about the vision. Tell them specifically about Martin and the Vermilion Immortal and the battle that I saw and the significance of the ruby that we had and just gave to Ulysses.
One of them sits with you the whole time. I think you're muted, Biggie.
Say they slap you in shackles and lock you in the basement for being alone.
You're crazy. He's one of them. So one of them sits with you and like listens along, and another one just takes out a notepad and just tries to write down everything that they can. Well, that's certainly is an adventure, and if it's, I suppose it would make sense that if it's some kind of magical lingering effect, but if it's been there for centuries since this original battle and the sundering of the island happened, I suppose it's no wonder nobody's been able to get any information if it's ancient magic. But I suppose it seems like you've only been able to do what you can, and at least even if giving him the jewel preserved life. That's the one positive step you can take from it and move on to the next. I mean, if you fear that not giving him the jewel would have caused harm to people, then it could have been, it's quite clearly harm that was unnecessary if just giving it to him bought you some more time. Of course, it's not. It doesn't seem like a positive step now he has what he needs to do what he needs to accomplish. But don't just look at the bigger picture and how bad it could be. Think more on the lives you could have ultimately saved today. It might not seem like a positive thing in the long run. But who knows what would have happened if you'd tried to fight back in the moment. But hopefully, go on.
We've saved some today.
And that's all you can hope to do. Hopefully you'll be able to save more in the future.
I pray that I make the right choices.
I shall pray along with you. He gets up and walks over to the shrine nearby and lights some candles. You're hoping for a sign. I'm not sure what kind of sign you're hoping for. But perhaps in prayer we can gain some solace and maybe answers. Come, sit with me for a moment, Davia. He gets down on his knees and covers his eyes, facing the shrine.
Same.
If you'd like to lead, Davia, perhaps there's something specific you need to say or you want to ask.
Father, I know it's been a rough time. I know I've done some things I shouldn't have. A lot of things I shouldn't have. I hope I'm on the right path to regaining your favour and making a difference, a positive difference that the world needs now more than ever. I know what we've done today I didn't necessarily agree with. Maybe long term has blinded my short term. I still feel as if it wasn't the right thing to do today. But I'd like to know if the path we're about to set on is the right path for prevention of devastation and protect the world as we know it.
Roll me a percentile, Dave.
Need to get one out. I don't normally get the percentiles out. 3.
3.
Yeah, 00 and a 3.
You feel a cold air blow in through the door. 2 more priests of Orthus react and run over to the shrine and get on their knees and cover their faces. You can see them all start muttering under their breath and slowly waving. You feel a hand on your shoulder. You kind of try to look out at the corner of your eye. There's no one there. But you do feel comfort in the presence. And one by one, as you feel this cold air seem to move a little around the area, one by one, they all put their heads to the floor. Say, "Thank you, my lord, your will be done." And they get back up. And then the cold air dissipates and the temperature settles. You feel the sword on your back gets rapidly... It increases in temperature and then rapidly decreases in temperature and then settles again.
And that, my son, is how you do divine intervention.
Francello. Motherfucker, first time.
Fuck!
I want to talk to God too.
Man
On
kills half a city, drops to his knees and says, "Please help me, Dad." And he's like, "Yeah, all right, bud."
on a 3, which I know it wasn't it wasn't a technical actual use of divine intervention.
No, I don't have divine intervention. I literally just got on my knees and prayed to God.
It was I wanted to do it in a similar fashion, and a 3 is well within the remit. So basically now, the sword is now a +4, and the damage will be radiant.
What, just pure radiant?
Yeah, it's just all radiant damage.
Oh,
Okay. I'll get on brewing that right now. Sorry.
Brantacles.
Yep, I'm gonna find the priest of Avia.
inspired by what you've just seen.
I didn't see it. If Bran had seen that, he would have lost his shit, thrown his holy symbols on the ground, said, "Fuck Avia,"
Covered
ran
his
up and
eyes. Like, fuck Avia. Right, your husband's up. It's just how it's done,
He's
pal.
dedicated his entire life to Avia, tries so hard, works in the churches, never gets a single fucking look in.
I don't want to play with Avia no more.
I'll be my own god now.
Daddy Death, help me.
Yeah, so you approach the priest, who he welcomes you with a handshake. "Ah, Brant, it's a pleasure to see you again. How can I help?"
Well, first off, would you be able to help me with something like this? I've suffered a curse or something. Some sort of Death Reaper thing did something to me. I don't feel right.
I did want to comment, but you are looking quite unwell. I can try to have a look at you and see if there's anything I can help with. He grasps your hand and concentrates. A couple of moments pass. This is powerful magic indeed. You feel like your soul itself, your essence has been touched. It's quite a powerful thing that you will need some kind of restoration, and I'm not sure Lesser will cover it. I don't have the capability to myself, but if you can try to seek out a greater restoration, that could help.
Yes, I hope that would be the case. Another thing I wanted to ask is, I wish to cast a word of recall. Would I be able to do that here?
Certainly, yes, by all means.
Okay.
I would recommend coming back into the private quarters. We've had a similar use of such magics before, and I feel, given the nature of it, people appearing in the middle of the churches suddenly can, cause unnecessary or unwarranted disturbance. So, by all means, the entire church is blessed. So, and he starts to lead you over to one side and unlocks a door into the back.
Yep.
By all means, if is there anything you need that I can help you prepare? Do you need support in casting or?
No, it's quite simple. It won't take long. Yeah, I will cast it. Yeah, it just says instantaneous. There's no sort of length of time to cast it.
Mm-hmm. So you clutch your symbol of Avia, take note of the surroundings in the room that you're in, given, of course, that it's holy ground. You cast the spell. Is there anything you say or anything you do?
No, I just kneel down and say a prayer to Avia. Cast a spell.
Cast the word of recall. You feel a gentle warmth fill the room. And that warmth, slowly, as you go through the casting of the spell, it filters into your holy symbol. And then it kind of filters out into the rest of your body. And then the temperature settles. And you feel like you've successfully cast your word of recall and essentially labelled the private quarters within the Church of Avia on Calvados as your word of recall location. Let me make a note of that. Brant, word of recall, private quarters, Church of Avia on Calvados. So just for those that aren't aware, on a semi-out of character note, on an out of character note, if you just want to read out the spell. Or you could keep it to yourself, it's up to you.
It's exactly what it says, word of recall. I am able to bring myself, and 5 willing creatures with me to this location.
It's like a
Instant.
bounce button. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of shit.
It's like a
Yeah.
fast travel.
Yeah, like a fast travel, yeah. Shit hits the fan. You cast word of recall again, and you are then transported to your designated word of recall, now that you have one, Just casting it randomly, obviously nothing will happen because you've not designated a location. But now you have future casts until you designate a new location will go here.
Good. Let's set that up. I think that's all I wanted to do. That was my main goal for coming here.
Okay. As the priest leads you back out. Unless there's anything else, dear Brant, I'd suggest you are you able to cast it yourself, or do you know anybody that can help you?
I can cast it myself. I just need to rest up a bit.
Okay. Well, best of luck. And...
One last word. Do you happen to know any more clerics?
Well, most of the priests here are clerics, but our capabilities aren't as extensive as the more practiced members, like such as yourself. We the higher priests, we have revivification capabilities in certain circumstances. But of course, more minor healing capabilities and the like.
I'm not looking for the healers. I'm looking for more combat-orientated clerics, those that can fight.
There are a few of our younger priests who, of a time, have expressed interest in adventuring and getting outside of the church as well. I could speak to a couple of those if you'd like. I could send them your way.
Yeah, I will. I'm looking to gather some clerics for an adventure we're going on. I would like to talk to them and see if any of them would be interested in joining us.
Yeah, by all means. Is there a place I should send them, or
Well,
would you like to meet them here, maybe tomorrow, or?
I can meet them here tomorrow, or if they want to contact me, sending message, or just meet me at the corner trust. I'm normally there.
Okay, well, if they don't come to the trust, then come here tomorrow morning and I'll try to get them gathered.
Yeah, that's excellent.
By all means. Well, best of luck in your endeavours, Brant, and do be careful. Try to get yourself looked at soon.
Oh, thank you very much. More meat for the grinder.
He nods and shakes your hand and turns back to the shrine.
Okay, I will head back to the corner trust.
Yeah, making your way. And you pass Dave, stood by the doorway on your way out.
Any news?
Well, I think I know how to cure my condition. I've also spoken and talked around to see if I can find us some clerics to accompany us. I will come back down here tomorrow, see who's willing to sign up for us, and at least that gives us something to counter the undead with.
And your condition?
Just need a certain type of spell to cleanse it, a greater restoration. I can cast it, but I'll have to wait till tomorrow morning.
Wonderful. Well, that's one less thing we have to worry about.
So you make your way back to the trust. Are you in chat, Dwight?
Oh, yeah.
As time all comes together and the meanwhiles all converge. Yeah, test. Yeah, everyone makes their way back to the trust. Wesi Guan, you finish your attuning. Your tattoo of many emojis is complete. You leave your room, and as you get to the top of the stairs, you feel a cold shiver come across you, and you turn invisible.
Can I be heard?
Possibly. Who knows?
Okay. What? So I know that I'm invisible.
Yeah, you feel a cold shiver, and you look down, and you see yourself, your physical visage shimmer out of existence, and you turn invisible.
Okay. I am going to sprint downstairs without falling over because I'm not a pony.
L'Oreal, you've
Debatable.
Still a pony at heart.
yeah, could have sworn you heard some footsteps on the stairs, but there's no one there.
Well, I was up in my room when I just sent a
Oh
message.
no, you were up in your room, yeah, so you wouldn't have heard it. Never mind. Yeah, you sprint downstairs. Dave and Brant have recently got back. Kitty's behind the bar.
Okay.
There's a couple of
I'm
other
gonna
patrons sitting down having a pint.
run in front of Brant. Actually, no. Just in case I
Yeah.
kill him with 1d1 shouting damage. I'm gonna run in front of Dave, and I'm gonna shout, "Dave, can you hear me? See me? Anything?"
Dave's gonna
Can you
swing
hear?
around, do a 360, and hit him with his sword accidentally. I mean, it's a fucking big sword, mate.
It is a big sword.
It's a fucking big sword.
Yeah, you got roll to hit with disadvantage.
The thing is, how big is a sword when it's not extended?
It's a normal great sword.
Great swords are like 5 foot long. 5.
Your back.
It's still on your back. Yeah,
Well,
you're not actually
that one was a
wielding
20.
it.
That one's a 10. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
So it, as he spins round, it clacks you.
What was it?
I roll for damage.
Yeah, just do the. Yeah, I mean we've not done all the stats and statistics yet, have we?
I mean, it's just a normal greatsword, so it's 2d6 plus 8.
So the +8 comes from your proficiency, which, because it's on your back, it won't have, because you've not wielded it. You know what I mean? So it'll just be 2d6 because you've just twatted him with the sword. Just do the
5 points of radiant damage.
5 points of radiant.
Jeez. Good thing you didn't do that to Brant.
You feel like you've clacked into something, Dave, but...
Oh, what the fuck was that?
It's me, Dave. It's Wes. I don't know. I've just disappeared.
Why
Kitty's
can I hear
gonna
you?
Look over the
I
bar
think
and
I'm
go,
invisible or something.
yeah, just gonna look over the bar and go, it's not that small.
Where's where you gone?
Where's he gone?
Where's he gone?
Where's he actually gone?
Where's he actually gone?
I think I'm invisible. I'm not 100% sure, but...
Well, I can't see you, so that's probably a good point.
Okay. I'll just go sit down. I guess.
How long are you going to be like that for?
I don't know. I just came down here and I've disappeared.
Well, I'll tell you what. Do us a favour. Just pick up a bottle off the bar and
Yeah.
keep it in your hand
Okay.
so we can see where you are.
I went and
Not an
picked one up.
expensive one though. We need to.
Just grab the first what I see and just hold it.
Yeah,
Just-
it turns invisible in your hand.
Oh, for fuck's
Hold on.
sake, Wes,
Oh,
what
now
have
we're
you done?
losing the alcohol, Dave. Good shout.
Wes, put it back.
Okay, I'll put it back on the thing and let go.
It reappears.
Ah, it come back. It's okay. You can do it again.
Okay, well,
How
Wes,
come
just
it's not gone then?
sit somewhere, tell us where you are, and stay there until you come back.
Okay. I'll go sit in the corner and I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna go into one of the corner booths.
You hear some shuffling of a bomb across some wooden bench. Wes sits in the corner.
I like that reply that Kenny's put in the chat.
So,
Just juggle bottles.
Just juggle. Yeah.
the bottle just keeps appearing, floating in the booth.
That's where he is. We found him.
L'Oreal. You sit in your room. How long are you sitting there for?
I was going to sit there for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after
So-
that, I was going to head down to the bar and start drawing a map from memory
Okay.
of the islands.
Okay. So you head downstairs, 10, 15 minutes past, you head downstairs. You
No
pull
reply.
out some, nothing as of yet. You can get hold of some parchment and stuff. And give me a history check and a performance check.
Performance. Right. History check is a 19. Performance. Ooh. A 13.
13. So you do quite well in remembering, like, when you come to sit to draw, as much as you can remember what happened and where you went. Like, the details come back in flits and flickers, you know. And with a 13 performance, it's by no means like a detailed to the leaf drawing. But it certainly maps out what you can remember from the islands. Bearing in mind, some of it you traversed, some of it you sailed around. You know, you didn't, you know, the paths that you followed through the jungly forest to get to the village. You map that. You map the volcano. You map the
we had the
ruined
two that set
structures. Yeah, one on the other side of the volcano.
I would have also noted mainly the also the two landing points where each of the ships landed.
Yeah.
As safe harbours as such.
Yeah. So you do all right. It's, as I say, it's not comprehensively detailed, but it do was to show someone. Yeah. As you are finishing up your drawing and admiring, just touching up a couple of details here and there, you hear a voice come back through the sending stone. Ah, L'Oreal. It's been a while. Sounds like things haven't improved. Perhaps my warning didn't get through in time. I will try to come to Calvados as soon as I can. And the message ends.
Okay. How often can I use that stone? Is it just a once per day thing? I can't quite remember.
They're pretty much like walkie-talkies, but the let me just double check. Sending stones come in pairs, with each smooth stone carved to match the other, so pairing is easily recognised. While you touch one stone, you can use an action to cast the sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no other creature bears the other stone, you know that fact as soon as you use the stone and don't cast the spell. Once sending is cast through the stones, they can't be used again until next dawn. If one of the stones in a pair is destroyed, the other one becomes non-magical. I think we've kind of, as we've gone through, used it. You know, we've not really abused it. We've unintentionally not abused it. It's not as if you've just been sitting there having conversations like a walkie-talkie. So I think moving forward, we'll do, like, as long as we don't take the piss, you can send, like, one or two, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have, like, a full, comprehensive conversation, but, yeah, you can do a couple within reason.
Okay. I'll get the stone back out and reply. Thank you, Tim. I feel we could really use your help with this. It's going to be a tough fight, I feel. I knew I said I wouldn't ask, but I feel we need it.
Yeah, you send your message away. So everyone is gathered back in the trust. New weapons acquired. Messages sent. Attunements made.
So I'll turn to Wes. So what was this needle then? What did you do?
Invisiwise.
Yeah, can you see me yet? Or she?
I think, yeah, by the time you've finished your map and stuff, it's probably a good few minutes have passed, yeah. Wes slowly starts to come back into view. Just chilling, sitting bored in the corner. Like, fuck's sake, man. No one can see me, man.
Sorry, what did you say, L'Oreal?
Well, first off, welcome back. What
Thanks.
was that needle that you had? What did it do? What did you
I
decide
got
on?
told.
Yeah.
Garamat told me that it would give me some, like, wild elemental powers or something like that.
Sounds interesting.
And I've used it, and I feel like I've got a bit of power, but I'm not sure what it does completely yet.
Well, we'll find out.
Mhm.
Did you say you had to draw on yourself? Go on, tell
Yeah.
me.
I'm going to take all my armour off, so I'm shirtless, and then you see 200 plus smiley faces all just covered on his body.
Having taken a drink, I just spit it out and just burst out laughing.
Yeah, he's gonna sort of come over, lean over, and have a look, and just go. It's very nice.
Give me a perception check as you're looking it over, Kitty.
I perceive that to be 24.
With a 24, you look at it for a few seconds and you could swear the pictures seem to be moving ever so slightly.
Gonna
Not
continue.
like not like a screensaver. They're not actively moving around, but the images where they are seem to be undulating a little bit. You know, the ink's not perfectly still.
Gonna squint a little at it and go, I do not even drink today.
What's happening, Key?
Your ink, I don't know if it is not dry yet. Maybe you need to dab it. It does quickly.
It's not dry yet.
I don't think that's how it works, Key.
It's usually how ink works. I do not know myself.
Yeah, but that's on paper. Well, no, probably not even on paper, but
I have not drawn on myself before. I have too much fur.
fair enough.
Gonna continue to squint at the little crying emoji as it seems like here is moving.
That's an interesting question, actually, Kitty. If you got a tattoo, would it turn the fur into the pattern as well? Would your fur grow in that colour?
I have no idea.
It could look cool.
It would not. It would be silly. I have lustrous white fur, and it will stay that way forever. Take a lot of brushing to keep it this way.
You do clean yourself quite a lot, I've noticed. And that's probably why it does look so good.
Thank you for noticing. See, everybody else will listen to L'Oreal. Sometimes lady need compliments, eh? Okay, nobody? Okay, thank you.
Dead silent.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you, L'Oreal. I die for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gonna go
Brant.
behind the bar and as we pass Dave and Brant and just go, and I'll die for you.
Brant, did you manage to sort out your ailment?
Yeah, I think I have a solution for it. I'll sort it out first thing in the morning. I'll also be heading over to the church in the morning to recruit some clerics to help us.
Oh, so I haven't even had a look in my bag yet.
He's been dragging it along.
Just been dragging this heavy.
Oh, that's bloody heavy. I wonder what's in this. It's like running
just
down the
say
stairs.
Can we just say that I had a look through it, saw that it was gems and stuff. Save the
Just
hassle of
have a look through it now.
Okay. I'll take my bag off, open it up.
I imagine Wes probably left his bag like downstairs. I just envisioned you hadn't been walking about with it. Just tuck it in a corner somewhere safe. Because you probably would have like, just go into my room, guys. Yeah. Yeah, so you look through the bag, you have a quick count through, and there is 25 pieces of nice-looking jewellery.
Guys, I've got loads of shiny things in here.
I'll look in.
He's gonna scuttle over.
I've seen that before. Yeah, it's nothing special. Yeah.
What do you mean nothing special? They're very pretty.
Well, yeah, they look quite shiny, so they might be worth.
I think they're about 2,000 each. Those, yeah.
How did you get that?
I'm good at what I do.
Just a hunch.
Maybe you're going to jewelry trade. Maybe that's better for you.
It might be from that card, that other one.
Yeah, it is. It's not the first time we've seen this.
Gonna playfully bat L'Oreal on the side and go, oh, you cheat.
It was that stingy elf who had it last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Stingy elf?
Yeah. Stingy elf, the one who
One of the
fucked off when we got back here.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay. I remember.
That one.
To be honest, you were the one who like blinded me and then nicked them and then put them back and then nicked them again and then made Volmar all confused. Like, what the hell just happened? Why is there this many pieces in there?
Don't know what you're
Listen,
talking
Like, I
about.
get that I might given you pennies, but
listen,
his head was
listen.
funny.
Listen,
Okay,
lips.
listen. You bought it on yourself.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Well, to be honest, I probably won't need this much money. So, if you want something, you can take it. You
Oh
can have
yes, yes.
whatever you want, as long as you don't take it all. You can take
I
a
mean,
few.
there's 5 of us. How many bits you got in there?
Only 5. We can have 5 each.
That's actually not so much. Are you sure you do not want to have more?
No, I'm alright.
I am beggar, not chooser.
Just take the bits, Kitty. Go and put them in the bank. Go and sell them to the jeweler. Do whatever you want with it.
Why would I
mean-
do that? They're very pretty.
Well, walking
But
around wearing 5 bits of jewelry, like you're literally walking around with 10 grand on show.
I mean,
know,
Yeah,
but
you
now I own
you-
business, and everybody needs to know is how the cool kids say I am pimping.
I
Yeah,
will
but
say
you
though,
don't need to wear all of them.
Kitty, looking at your
That's
lovely
okay.
fur, you'd look great in a nice like tiara.
Oh, thank you, L'Ariel. See, now you need to listen to what she say and say what she say too.
You'd look great in a tiara.
Oh, thank you, Dave, but that's cheating because I was just repeating. What else would I look good in?
A chef's hat?
I don't like you too much, you know?
I haven't had breakfast.
You run the place too.
Got a point there.
yeah, it's not just serve place, even though we wrote that down.
Okay. Dave is going to walk behind the bar.
Okay.
Dave is going to walk past Kitty into the kitchen.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, she's not fucking fussed about it when she was yesterday.
Yeah, but you went to go into her room yesterday.
Now, you were going into my room, not the kitchen.
Okay. I thought the room was beyond the kitchen. Or is it
No,
2
it's,
doors?
it's room.
No,
and then
they're like
kitchen.
adjacent, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. You can go in the kitchen, that's fine. I'm not just going to be like, I can only cook. Ah! I can't cook. I put everything into a pot and make a stew.
Well, stew.
Exactly.
Better than, yeah. I
Boiled
make some brown
vegetables
liquid with
with
lumps in it.
Exactly. If it's got gravy, just throw stuff in it. It's a stew.
All right. Dave's gone in the kitchen. He's starting picking up.
Dave goes for some nyams. Yeah, so if you all want to add 5 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000 each, I'll let you pick how they look. You know, like obviously Kitty can have a tiara if she wants a tiara.
She do.
They are mostly like necklaces, rings, bracelets. You know,
Are
I
they
don't
any kind of
think,
special anything, or just literally?
yeah, they're not. There's no like magic in them or anything like that. But
Right.
However, Izzy has just picked on Dave. She's going to turn to Brand. Go, Brand, what else would I look good in?
Is the jewels just sitting in a pile, or is it all just?
they're all just in Wes's bag.
But there's like, you can just choose anything.
I think some earrings would look quite nice on those ears.
I
Like yours.
was just going to say I've picked out a set of emerald drop earrings.
How do I use them?
Well, you first cut a hole for your ear and wait for it to heal, and then you look at the jewelry through the hole.
Well, no, don't wait for it to heal. Put the earring in and then it heals around it. So otherwise, if you let it heal, it will just heal the hole and there won't be a hole.
You see Kitty gets a little bit of a frowny face on that one and go, it is good suggestion, but I don't like it.
If you want, I could do this right now and immediately heal the wound up, so it's.
If you touch me or stab me, you'll regret. Okay?
Don't you trust me?
I do not want to get tagged like I'm some cage animal.
Don't you trust me?
No,
Why not?
because you're going to stab me.
I'm not going to stab you.
You just said you're going to stab me and heal me. That is stabbing me.
It's not with like a knife or anything. It's just like a small pin or something to make a small hole in your ear. It's not a huge.
L'Ariel,
gaping
I love
wound.
you, but I'm not cage animal, and I do not need tag.
No, I'll see, and I'll show her like how I've got the earrings in, and it's like this.
You'll look very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You
But
will look pretty.
thank you. You stop flirting now. I love you. It's okay. But no, I love you, but no.
I'm gonna quickly look at her. Does she have proper cat paws, or are they humanoid? Very chubby fingers.
Yeah, like cat, humanoid cat paws. Yeah, she has got opposable thumbs, but still very much cat paw like.
So no rings will fit on those.
He is wearing a ring.
I suppose I could get a bracelet or something, like look for a nice little bracelet.
Or a necklace. That might suit you.
I was about to say, Kitty, I think you would look really nice in a necklace if you haven't
Oh,
already
thank
got one.
you. I do. It's a big color. You see it. It's always there.
Hmm What
I
you
know
could
it
do
kind
is
of blends in a little. It's very pretty.
you could get it like oversized so it would hang under your collar and it wouldn't like they would be able to see it better, so it would be over the collar and then it
I
wouldn't like
like
blend
that.
in.
I'm gonna do. I thank you. Gonna take a big old necklace off. She's gonna get on her knees in front of Wezzy Wez boy. Just go. Have you please put down for me? I cannot reach behind. I cannot see. My thumb too big. I thank you.
Very dexterously clamps the necklace behind you.
I'm gonna stand up and give a little jiggle on the neck. Just go. It is not as heavy as I thought it was. It looked heavy.
No.
Suits you.
I thank you.
Right, is everyone going to pick their bits of jewels and then?
Well,
'Cause
yes. When
I'm-
Brandt does good suggestion, maybe.
Fucking cat. Right. I'm going to look for like a belt buckle or something like that. Do you wear belts, Kitty?
Just gonna look down at the little sort of maiden dress thing she's in and go, no.
I mean, Brant, if Kitty did wear a belt, it would not be much good when she sort of hinged up. It'd just break.
I do tend to pop a lot of normal clothes, yes.
I do think the earrings would be the best solution for you.
You keep bringing this up like you want to own me or something.
No, I'm just suggesting a little pinprick, and yeah, you'll be looking lovely.
I'm going to grab the
I'm going to
bag
take your
and
suggestion, and I'm going to take it as a kindness, and I'm just going to pick another 3 items. But thank you for trying.
Or a nose ring.
A what?
You could have a nose ring.
Are you calling me cow?
No, you're a cat.
Well, the only thing I see with nose ring is cow.
No, it's very popular in ones. A lot of lovely ladies have nose rings and
I have never seen lady with
piercings.
nose ring. What kind of people are they hanging with? What is this? Are they hanging with cows?
No. Brad's going to start rubbing his eyes, saying, kind of really thinking hard, what the fuck do you put on a fucking cat?
before anything gets too crazy, I'm just going to grab the bag, tip it upside down and pour out all of the jewels and just say, just grab any, just hurry it up a bit because I don't want any more arguments between you two. Especially about a nose ring.
I'm gonna grab another necklace and 2 bracelets. I don't know of what quality. We'll just go for those.
Yeah, I mean, they're worth $2,000, so feel free to just embellish how they look. Ultimately they're going to be worth $2,000.
While sort of sliding them on, I'm going to turn to Brant and just go, I hope when you get wife, you don't try and stab her repeatedly and put things in her face.
Well,
Yeah, so you can all add, of course, or make a note of 5 pieces of jewellery worth $2,000. Wes, you gather up your 5 pieces back into your bag, which is now significantly less heavy.
I'm gonna ask Gloria. Oh no, actually, I'm just gonna ask anyone. Is there a jeweler anywhere? Because I don't really want any of this, and I'd much rather.
well, if you actually want to sell them, the bank will exchange. There is a jeweler's, but they don't generally carry that kind of much money. The bank will exchange, though. I mean, I'm probably going to head that way and
Yeah, I
sell
come
some of
with you.
these. And then I want to head up to the library because I finished the map. I want to get some copies made for the others.
All right.
Okay.
I think me and Brant need to stay here and talk about lady things because I don't think he understands them.
Yeah.
He's-
Good luck with that one.
Also,
he's
I noticed.
religious. They don't really get involved.
No, I can tell. Also, you have not had the breakfast, and there are a lot of glasses back there that need polishing. You do your part.
I'll on the way back. I'll
No, you're
do
okay,
my-
L'Oreal Brand, though.
Oh, look
You're
at him.
very sickly.
Yeah, I mean,
Just Brant stood there, like practically dead.
He looked like he's seen a ghost and then fought it. This is what happened.
But you still have to work.
It's the worst day he's ever had, which is saying something.
Literally, like he's ran
Fucking had
100
his
miles
soul
and then
sucked out of
buckling
his
glasses.
face, and now he's got this cat fucking harassing him.
Oh,
Do his
before I
job
walk
properly.
out, I'll go to the table with the other people. Say, "Are you okay for drinks and food or anything? You've been neglecting our festivals."
Yes, thank you. It's been quite entertaining, actually. Just some fruit juice would be nice. Maybe do you do hot drinks at all, or
Hot drinks and what sort of what are you looking for?
I don't know, herbal teas and the like? I'm not sure. It's a little early for some alcohol, so I think just some fruit juice, maybe. I don't know.
Is that what the little tin of leaves were in the kitchen?
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, must be.
I suggest you do not eat them.
You haven't tried to eat them, have you?
I speak from experience of days gone by. Yes.
Right.
I mean,
I only had a little bit.
just of course a cup of boiled water and then a couple of the leaves in
Oh,
and let
you
it
mean
brew. Should
Pea
be.
stew. Pea stew. Yeah.
Well, don't put gravy in it. I heard you say if you anything with gravy, just put everything in. It's a stew.
It
I mean, I'd
is
love
a
to
bit-
try your stew at some point, but I mean,
I tell you what, Katie. Do you want me to make these drinks before I go?
No, I can't manage it. You just put leaf in water, yes? As long as it's hot.
Make sure you put the right leaf in the water, though, Kitty.
What?
Put the right leaf in the water. I don't know which one's the right leaf, but you need to put the right leaf in the water to make the tea.
Yeah,
not cabbage or lettuce.
Oh no, that's vegetable.
I'm
Well,
sure you
just
got this.
Stands up and says, "Don't worry, I'll handle that."
Ah,
He
look, he's
heads
doing
into
his
the
part.
kitchen.
It's very good.
Right. Anyhow, let's. Right, we'll do the bank first, and then off to the library.
Don't know
Yeah,
why.
so we've
Bonk.
got L'Oreal, Wesi, Guan, and Dafier going to the bank. You head up, open the door. A familiar kind of warmth greets you inside. Feels a little bit rainforesty inside today. It's got that kind of comfortable humidity. The air feels weirdly moist. It's not like wet inside, but feels a bit of a rainforesty vibe as you go in. There's across the board. There's all the tellers slots are filled comparative to last time when there was only one teller. Buncho Theobulbs stood behind the counters.
Right. And I'll just explain to Wes, if you just head up to one of these tellers, they'll explain to you what you're doing. You probably need to open an account with them if you want to leave some of the money here, or if you just want to swap it directly, they'll exchange the jewelry for the money.
I've already one. Didn't I like?
You've
Out of
made a bank
character.
account, yeah.
I think I've made a bank
Wes have a
account.
bank
Wes has
account?
Wes
Yeah,
has
I
a bank
made-
account, yeah. Sure, Wes
Well, I
came
went
in when
out.
Dave went before.
Ah, right. I wasn't aware. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, just
Oh.
open.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you each head up to a teller. Good morning. And the name?
You can go first.
Dave Fear.
Dave Fear, yes. How can I help?
Got some more stuff to cash in, deposit. Not sure how financially viable it is to trade in what we have, but between us, there's 15 pieces worth an approximation of about 2,000 gold each.
So the Dave Fear account is currently empty. Is it all going into your account, sir?
It's not empty, but okay.
Um,
I've got magical items in there.
Financially empty. As in, like the monetary equivalent,
Money, yeah.
not
Just-
items.
Just out of interest,
over.
though.
What happened, Dave? I mean, you had more than that. What?
Hang on, Pitch. I just need to. No, okay. Yeah, no, my shit is gone. We decided it went with a card. Yeah. Is there? What do you? No money at all.
Unfortunately not, sir.
Nothing.
No.
Nada. Zilch.
The amount is listed as 0.
But you had a couple of thousand at least. What happened?
Yeah. Would I know, Pidge, or not?
I mean, you know you pulled the ruin card. And you know all of the money equivalent stuff, like, essentially disappeared in front of your face, so it'd be a reasonable assumption.
I think it's the deck.
Oh, no. Oh, for God's sake.
The deck's
mean,
got your money.
Gosh, I'm glad that thing's gone.
There was some good came out of it, but
Yeah,
regardless,
I mean, well, we wouldn't be here today now, right this second, if it. But
no. So no, there won't be. It won't all go into my account. There'll be 5 pieces from myself.
Okay, just the 5 pieces of jewellery going into the account?
Do you can you offer a buyback service?
The money equivalent could be added instead.
Yeah, can I go for that?
Yes, if you had them evaluated, or do you need us to do that?
I mean, I just as a rough guesstimate, I've seen pieces like this before. In fact, I think I used to have some of those pieces in my bank account, but
shall note that down, and any value issues, we'll make contact with you.
Thank you.
Anything else, sir?
Not for me, thank you.
Wonderful. And who's next?
You can go next, L'Oreal.
Okay, I'll step up. L'Oreal. I think I might have left something in last time. I can't quite remember.
Out of character, I've got nothing listed.
Okay, fair enough. I wasn't sure if I put anything, but no, maybe, probably not.
Yeah, I think you had your money and stuff. But there's nothing in my notepad. So anything else, if it's not on your sheet.
Yeah, I'd like to drop in and have the money equivalent for 4 pieces.
4 pieces.
Same rough value.
So 8,000 gold equivalent.
Yes, please.
Anything else, ma'am?
No, that's it. Thank you very much. And I'll
Okay.
hand over the pieces of jewelry.
Yeah, takes them. And yourself, sir?
So I would like to put. So I'll give you these 4 pieces of jewellery, and I would like to put 3 of them into my bank account as money.
Okay, 6,000 gold equivalent.
And take 1 out as 2,000.
And you'd like to try to convert one into 2,000 gold. He goes onto the desk. A minute or two later, plonks it back onto the desk.
And that's it. Thank you.
So for clarity, you're putting 3 in as gold, keeping 1 piece of jewellery, and you've got 1 turned
2,000.
into 2,000 cash.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure you note that you've got 1 piece of jewellery, and then obviously add the 2,000 gold to your sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, pleasure doing business. And thank you for visiting the Bank of Calvados today. Have a fantastic day.
You too.
Should we head off then?
Yep. But I was thinking, while L'Oreal went to the library, I was thinking I could get this ring that I have left enchanted. Have some
I'll tell you
sort
what, I don't want to go to the library, so I'll come with you down if I can see Garamat again.
Okay. You alright
Yes.
by yourself, L'Oreal?
L'Oreal's heading off to the library.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you split up across the marketplace. L'Oreal heading to the right, and the boys heading back down the main thoroughfare to the left.
Oh, actually, can I just redact that? Can I go to the barracks instead? Or the guardhouse?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Dave, you head up to the guardhouse. There's a number of guards sat outside.
Do you want to deal with them lot first?
Yeah, can do.
While I think of what I want to say.
Pish. I'll tell you what, well, it's 7 o'clock, so while everyone's going on their journeys, I'm going to go put some water on a pot noodle. We'll have a 15-minute break. Thank you, everyone that's watched so far. Appreciate you being here, Kenny. Welcome in, of course. I have been reading the stuff you've been posting. It's some very interesting stuff. But yes, we'll take a 15-minute break. We'll be back 7:15. And yeah, go for the loo, go replenish your drinks, stretch your legs, and we will see you in 15 minutes. Much love. Bye.
Man.
Meh.
Ba-na-na-na. Hi guys, we're back. Just while
Hello.
we're waiting for a couple of members to return, I can inhale my noodles.
Yeah, I'll just BRB because I was doing something.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Wes is back. Bard's back.
Hello.
Hold up.
Thank you, Kenny.
Reality, it's a graphics awesome, but the story's shit.
Needs a reload feature as well.
Yeah. Oh, someone's left.
I
V.
think V's been put into sleeping
The naughty
heights.
corner.
Yeah.
Oh no,
We'll
we
crack
lost the
on in a
beaver.
minute. Yeah.
Oh, he's been moved to the aft channel. Oh
You're
no,
Is there any way to move him back?
probably.
For some reason, it's not showing this channel on the list when... No, never mind.
I did it.
unfortunately we can't turn his camera on. Imagine that.
It's fine.
Woody?
There he is.
Oh look, V-Ball's got his shirt off. It's a joke, by the way. He hasn't.
Oh, delicious, delightful. So, we all thought about what we're doing.
Yes.
Yes. We've got L'Oreal going to the library. Got young Wezzy Guan going to see Garamat. And we've got Dayfair going to the guardhouse.
You can probably sort Wes out.
I mean, positions are a bit funky till V gets back properly, so we'll just crack on. We'll start with Wes. So, Wezzy Guan. Yeah, you head back down the thoroughfare. Straight back to the old Garamat's magic store. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, it is a busy day indeed.
Hi again, Garamat.
Comes back through his curtain. Oh, Wes. Did you get your needle sorted?
Yeah, I have got it sorted, and then I just I guess if I'm able to, I'll roll my sleeves up and show my hands full of smiley faces.
Oh, very interesting choice of artwork. You can see him kind of stifling back a smile. Have you tried out the capabilities yet? Well, we'll give it a whirl. He clicks his fingers and out of the wall slides across a dummy, a target practice dummy. Give it a
Okay.
swing. Swing your
Yeah.
sword, see what happens.
Want to hit or not?
You do have to roll to it, yeah, but surprisingly, a target dummy has got a very low AC.
29.
Definitely hits the target dummy.
Right.
So you've hit, so now roll a d6.
3. So that is
Poison, I believe.
Sorry, Inky Needle. Poison.
Poison. Yeah, so you
Right. So I didn't
slash.
crit.
You didn't crit, so you make your slash, which is your encore damage as normal.
14.
14 damage plus 4d6.
Using the charge to do 4d6. I'm assuming it's using a charge.
What you would use a charge. We'll say for this practice, you don't have to actually use a charge. It's more just to get a feel for it because it's the first time you've used it. So you see all of your, as you hit, as the moment the blade hits, you kind of out the corner of your eye, you see all of your tattoos. They all glow green for a second, they all glow green. And then as you strike across the dummy, you leave a strike of green energy, which then filters off the strike.
Mm-hmm. That is really cool.
So then you obviously do your 4d6 poison damage. Try it again. Try it again, but aim. See that little X marker on the chest?
Mm-hmm.
Aim directly for that.
Okay.
And we'll, just for argument's sake, you swing forward, you're aiming straight at the cross, and we'll just say this one's a critical hit on the dummy.
Right. D6. 4. That is psychic? Yeah, psychic. So 4d6.
So you do your normal encore damage.
Okay, hold on. 8 adds 7. 15.
15.
Plus 6.
Plus your 4d6.
No, 14
4d6
points.
Psychic damage.
And then the target is stunned until the start of their next turn.
So you see, as you strike the cross in the corner, you see it light up, and then in a puff of smoke, you see illuminated, hovering in the air above the dummy, the word stunned. Ah! Condition effects as well. Fantastic. And then it fades. So it seems like you can channel forth that. Oh, and I forgot to say, in the corner of your eye, you see your tattoos glow purple, and then shut down. So it seems like there are a number of different elements you can channel forth, and of course, it seems to do additional things if you hit the right spot and critically wound the target.
Yeah.
Well, certainly a very valuable attunement you've got there, Wes.
Definitely.
But anyway, that's enough humouring me, and he clicks his fingers and the... Yeah, V's disappeared. He got AFK'd. We'll sort it out when he's back. How can I help you, Wes? Or did you just come to talk to me about the Inky Needle again?
Well, partly, but I was also wondering if you have any... So you know how, like, Bran has had rings made? with special abilities on them.
Yes, so I'm enchanting a couple of rings to contain charges of spell use. Are you in the market for
Do you
something
have-
similar?
Yeah, but I was wondering if you have any already, like, ready-made. So, like, you don't have to make them right here. Like, you don't have to make them, they're already made right here, right now.
I have a couple of jewellery pieces in stock. What are you kind of aiming for? Spell use or?
Anything, really, just... I'll see what you have.
Well, I've got a... Speaking on the reference to your inky needle in terms of elements. In terms of elements, I have 2 rings pre-made at the moment. I have a ring of fire resistance and a ring of cold resistance. If either of those could be of any use.
Do you have a ring of protection by any chance?
A ring of protection. I think I have one of those. Knocking around. The ring of protection is, of course, a lot more expensive than. Bear with me. I'll just go and check in the back.
Okay.
He heads back behind his curtain. You hear various bangs and clanks as he seems to be rooting through his shelves. The shelves of Google.
It gives you +1 AC.
Oh yeah. Bollocks. Yeah, I'm just looking at prices and things because I know I've seen them be quite almost ridiculously expensive, but. A couple of minutes later, he comes back through. He says, I've actually got 2.
Ooh.
He puts 2 boxes down on the desk. God damn it.
Okay.
I have a standard ring of protection and a ring of protection